sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State, where the legacy of the late, great Sam Mills lives on with each pound of the drum. And that means we are ready for football here at Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte.
Stadium.
To kick off.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this return getting quick in as he is belted at the end of that one. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So,
smoke dog, baby. Ooh, sacked on the first play.
Finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
At the 14-yard line.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. To throw, it's Williams.
Oh, sack back-to-back plays. Caleb Williams is down.
In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. To the air, Williams. That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
Oh, snap.
And that's not nearly going to be enough.
Missed the
Stopped
tackle.
at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Nice.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The rushing numbers for Taylor in last week's ball game: 21 carries, 136 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line in sync. And that bodes well this late in the season.
Off the play fake, Daniels. He's got his man, it's Pierce. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. The Buccaneers had 8-6 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here we go. Ready.
They go play action. Daniels. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Dalvin Tomlinson breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Mustang 19. Trap 50, trap 50.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Oh,
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Alec Pierce, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
let's go, Alec Pierce, baby, go. Oh, shit. What a counter corner route by Mr. Pierce.
His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bucs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Let's go, baby. Let's
good
go.
by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Panthers nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. They juked him. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit.
Yeah.
They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
What is going on?
Again, it's Pacheco. Able to avoid him. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Here's Williams. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Nice.
You look at this
Nice play,
defense
boys.
for
Nice
Tampa
cover.
Bay. Well, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
To throw, Williams.
That should have went
Throw
right.
there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the
Yes,
time
sir.
on
Yes,
manipulating
sir.
a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw is Williams.
Yes,
Tries to
sir.
force it in, and
Let's
it's
go,
intercepted.
baby. INT. INT. Pick 6, baby. Let's go.
He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense
Darrell
coming through with a
Baker.
huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And it's good, and they have jumped
That's
out here to a
good.
quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some
Darrell
points,
Baker.
not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Nifty move. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
Oh, smoke
About the
baby.
32. Well, the numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week. 11 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
How about we shine a little spotlight on the offensive line? Those big guys up front are creating nice space, nice gaps for them to run through. I think he's going to go for over 100 yards in this game.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
Yeah, right.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to forward. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The short one there taken in by
Put the legs up, boy.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing is Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, no, it's
Holy
incomplete.
shit.
Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. Here's Daniel Whelan now.
Just barely had it.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Buccaneers offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already for just the 1st quarter of play. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots.
Oh,
because
shit.
This group on offense, they'll be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Buccaneer
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
What a
2nd
first
quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football.
God damn.
As
son.
they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Strike. Hawk 7. Trap roll 80. Let go.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
Oh, come on.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
the 38-yard line.
Liking. Hey,
Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead they give to Taylor. Calling a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Daniels looking to throw. The Panther rush too
come
strong.
on.
They get there and take him down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
And it's 4th down.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Dragon 60. Ready.
Daniels going to throw for it. Working
That a boy,
down.
Johnson.
He's got a man complete. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first
Let's
down.
go. Let's go.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Panthers' 49-yard
Get it.
line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready?
Again, it's Taylor.
Oh,
Work
shit.
there in open space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Down. Cougar 19.
Let the time run out to the 2-minute warning.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60. Riggs, Riggs.
First and 10, Taylor now.
Oh,
He's
shit.
taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Almost,
That
Taylor.
good for
Almost got you
22
in there,
and a
buddy.
First down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative
10
ease.
yards to go.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
60 by 60.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
On the set. Set. 60.
Here's Daniels. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
18 Rattler. Go.
To the air goes Daniels. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Trying to run him in.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
And on 2nd and goal, they decide to throw it again, and this result is even worse. They take a sack. On 1st down, it was simply an incomplete pass. Not a good first 2 plays, beginning with 1st and goal.
70 Ranger. Ready.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
It's 4th down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. To throw is Daniels. This is caught. A great open field tackle that's going to stop it shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone.
Put this
and this long
fucking
drive
Johnson
is going to wind
stem
up
up.
yielding nothing. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Williams got his man complete over the middle. That's Tucker. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Back to throw. Williams. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 25-yard
2nd and 2. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Brings up 3rd down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stretched the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Final 3 weeks of the regular season witching hour, when playoff teams become also-rans and also-rans become playoff teams. Let's dive in. Our trip around the end.
Let's go, boys.
A 2-touchdown
2 more
game,
quarters, 2 more
14-0 to
quarters.
score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
There we go.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Good return, good return.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
19 Lions. Ready.
Now Daniels. And he's
There
got
you go.
Pierce.
There you
And
go,
he'll be
Pierce.
taken down,
Boy.
but not before he works it past the 50. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
It's a gain of 20. And the Buccaneer 1st down.
A give for Taylor running right side. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
On the play. 2nd and 10. At the 46-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Looking left side, and he's got
Yes,
a man.
sir.
That's Johnson. And they're going to have another
Johnson
first down
with
as
the
the tackle's
catch.
made at the Panthers 30. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Let's go now.
Buccaneers.
Play action. Now it's Daniels. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
Pickup for 6. Brings up second and 4.
Ready? 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
Second and 4.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
Oh,
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Third and 2.
Get it! Look at 19! 70 Rangers! 70 Rangers! Ready?
Looking to throw. Daniels. And that is incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it can be tipped up and picked off.
On 4th down, here's Daniels.
yes.
Left side complete. That's
Mike
Evans.
Evans, baby.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
A gain of 5. First down, Tampa Bay.
Bronco 80!
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And he's going to get out of bounds at least. So the fake spike does yield a completion. But that's a big risk to run there.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, here we go! 60 Bison, 60 Bison! Ready?
Working out of the gun, Daniels. He connects with Hyatt.
1
Just a
yard.
gain of a couple there.
Bro.
And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
And 10.
Stephanie! Warriors, Hawk 70, Hawk 70!
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, kidding me.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
Dang.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
First and 10.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Looking to put a drive together. To throw, it's Williams. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 5.
32-yard line.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Good stop, good stop.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To the air, Williams. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers offense and Jayden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare for defenses to try and contain all year long. NFL leader in rushing yards at the QB position here late in the season. This is Fant on the short completion. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 48-yard line.
Buffalo 80. Buffalo 18.
Throwing now is Daniels. That's complete to Pierce. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down.
Alec Pierce. It's a gain of 10. And the Buccaneer 1st down.
Cowboy 80. Go.
On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
Yeah, right.
Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle.
It's good. Cameron Dicker.
Even further. Well,
look at that, roughing the
really
passer.
They're
Come
going to
on.
need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so that you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
4 yards on the pickup. second and 6 at the 29-yard.
Second and 6. This one brought in by Jefferson. The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
On 4th down, here's Williams.
Oh, fuck.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Catch him.
Touchdown, Carolina. Jake Ferguson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that cuts this lead down to 13. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 92 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Come on. Set. 18 Cardinal.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
5 yards.
We get a timeout call on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
At the 17-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
79. Here we go. Set.
Back to throw. Daniels. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. He's got his target.
Let's go, baby. Alec Pierce.
To the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Alec Pierce, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bucs are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
19 tight. Go!
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Dragon 60. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Daniels going to try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people
Alec
think
Pierce
you have to
dicing
throw
them
the
up.
ball on a 2-point conversion. But
Alec
the stats will tell you that running
Pierce
it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Able to slither by.
Oh, shit.
Oh, good looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
It's 3rd and 1.
From the gun, here's Williams. Open man, that's Felton. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Felton. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Come on.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
That's good for Panthers. First down.
Looking to throw is Williams. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Tucker holds it in over the middle. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing again here, Williams. Shifts by him. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Panthers, first down.
Throwing is Williams. It's going to be caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Ty Felton, 30 yards. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Santos with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Let's go. There we go. Jonathan Taylor with the TV. He's been a workhorse
number 60.
all game.
And the Buccaneers are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. I suppose it wasn't out of the realm of possibility that we could have seen a comeback, but That touchdown should put any hopes of a comeback out of reach. It's been a really quality effort for him here in this one.
And no matter what else you think, you have to admire the initiative to finish things off their way. Don't leave anything to chance, no matter how small the odds of a comeback were. Send it home with a touchdown and get to celebrating.
Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, Williams. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw once more, here's Williams. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Williams. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll go. Here's Williams. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bucs have just about wrapped up the victory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Pass interference.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
To throw is Daniels. And this one is incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Track him, 60.
To the air goes Daniels. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And it's
shit.
incomplete. We're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How
What
about
a
all
game.
of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah,
Most
they
times
thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Bucs, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they fall under 500 now as they drop to 7-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm
121
Brandon
passer
Gordon,
rating,
saying so long, everybody.
68%, 2 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor, 138 yards, averaging 8.6 per carry with 1 touchdown. He put in a lot of work, had to get a touchdown there in the fourth quarter. Alec Pierce, 107 yards, 2 touchdowns, and averaging 17.8 per catch. $289 total offense, they're 293, 13 first downs, so they're 12. 66% on fourth down conversions. And I would have been 100%, but I was trying to stem Theo Johnson's route up more, but I accidentally snapped the ball. Oh well, so a good game.